What's up, people? Happy summer. Yeah, it is summer. Look at me sweating. And I'm in an air-conditioned shop and I'm still sweating. How we doing today? So, what's going on at Texas Motor Works, you ask? Well, got a new arrival, 82 Katana. Most of you are probably too young to remember this bike. I remember this bike. Another bike I wanted, bucket list bike for me. And it was really, if you look at the timeline of things, this was really kind of the start of the sport bike era of its age. So this was right before the, what would it like, kind of like, it was kind of, well, it was offered in the GPZ era, but the radical styling of it really was the precursor to like the GSXRs and the Ninjas, kind of that sport bike stance. Before this, there really wasn't anything like that. When this bike came out, it was very radical. And it's funny, looking at it today, you know, basically what it is, it's just a GS 1000 with some radical bars and gas tank and bodywork, but its core is all GS 1000. GS 1000 motor, brakes. I think even the GS 1000s of this vintage had the boxed aluminum swing arm. So you can think of it that way. It's just kind of Suzuki took what they had and radicalized it, if you will, and brought out the Katana. But that brings us to this bike. So this one's in really good shape. It's an 82. They were made in 82 and 83. 82s were 1000s, 83s were 1100s. Some things that are really nifty about this bike is, that's right, 7,400 miles. Now, usually if you see these bikes, they're well over that, or they're very well kept museum quality bikes. This one's in relatively good shape. I'm gonna have to go through it and just kind of clean it up. It's a little grubby on some things, but usually they have a lot more miles, and usually this gauge cluster is gone. Just the fact that it has that gauge cluster is great. It's had a couple of little, that's been redone because it got dumped on here. I gotta see if I can save this. The polishers might be able to save that and keep it. But other than that, the bike's in really good shape. I'm gonna do the carbs, needs the carbs cleaned. And what else? I was going to reupholster the seat, but this was kind of a unique seat. It's suede. So I'm going to try and clean that because it's in pretty good shape instead of putting an aftermarket one. If you put an aftermarket one on it, I'm pretty sure they come vinyl and not that awesome suede material. So that's that. So next, pulling the carbs, getting it running right, and we will go from there. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.